What package you ordered from Bosnia?
Welcome. Um, I'm gonna just talk about a few things. First of all, I just want to be like a reminder, you know, um, because of me, a lot of you are at where you're at, and I think maybe you should remember who paved the way, pay homage, you know. Uh, Not to be boastful, right? Just stating the facts. Like for instance, now suddenly there's been recent attention towards the Dominican Republic people. I feel like that only came about because I'm half Dominican. And I put them on the map. Like when I first came out with 13 Personality years ago, you know, they were not even a part of the topics and stuff. This was like probably around the time when Cardi B was coming about. And they still wasn't that big, you know, it wasn't that talked about. But then I came about, and now they're like, you know, a recent surge of discussions. And it's like, that shit's all because of me. It's all ties to me. Like, for instance, I went to Cali, right? A lot of you know me from somebody who, you know, has been to California and got arrested and did like some time over there. But you know, it was a movie. It was like Escape from LA, you know. You couldn't escape. It was like the mission was for them to make you not survive. I was supposed to die several times. And the fact that I made it out and, you know, back to my habitat, and then for them to suddenly want to reestablish or redo and have a new Hollywood done in my area in New Jersey, you know, just tells me that they're addicted to my scent, because none of this was possible if I hadn't, you know, done my reporting over the years. Shit, they're filming right now in my city. And all these famous celebrities. And it's like a new hub. They're all redirecting. So, you know, as I look for all these things and connections and all the changes that happened because of my trails, I feel like there should be a lot of flowers and homage. You know, a lot of your topics and discussions, your very conversations in a lot of areas were due because I made it possible. You know. And I guess it's like one of these rappers coming about saying, you know, if it wasn't for me, this wouldn't happen. This, you know. So in that kind of way, we're all the same, because I'm a rapper, but I think I'm the best. And I'm the one that really started that, you know, because I was like the one that was showing people on social media when it wasn't popular, you know. That shit was like kids. Still is, but I think it's fucking up the world in some way or fashion. But in some other way or fashion, it is improving it. It's all a simulation. This is nothing real. You have to be the Neo in the Matrix. You have to be the Neo. Somebody, thanks for tuning in. That's so awesome. Thanks. Yeah. I do things like that. Happy to motivate. I'm actually live on 2 different channels. But on one of them, they get to see me with some special effects. The other one, I just put a picture. Because, none of these people are, you gotta find out who's who, They see a picture of me, a picture of the oldest galaxy. Yeah, so they forget, man, where they get this shit from, and it's like I'm over here trying to survive because I feel like they trying to eliminate me because I'm a threat for being so unique, different, and because I'm a master, it took years to wield my craft, but it's not easily taught, Like I gotta feel my student out. Like I gotta see his capabilities, and then based on that, I'll create a curriculum and a certain routine that'll tell me how I could improve that. But it's not easy, And what else should I say? Yeah, because of me, man. Y'all need people like me because from what I'm looking at, the industry and the hip hop culture is dead, and there's nothing to talk about, man, unless you gossiping about, these other characters that are really not that entertaining. But people like me will always have a story to tell because it's always real, authentic, and it's true spirit, and it's sometimes freestyle. It's made out of thin air. And they're all edible, because it's nutrients. And, some people like remedies. Some people don't, but I encourage you to seek certain remedies, and especially if it's healing and it has to do with your the multiplying of your mitochondria and the increase of your exuberance. They're like, hold on, man, slow down. Is that the real thing? Check this shit out. You see that? Years, baby. And no. Don't confuse me. There can only be one Zog. Lord 13. The Christ. And any other ones who claim are from the devil, Satan. I'm no Muslim. No. Hell no. Don't mistake me. We are not the same. We are not the same. No, me and you not the same, man. Because I believe in the Most High. Not that fake Zog that you believe in. And it's because they're afraid to run from, they're afraid to, to face the truth. That we're superior. My Zog is superior to yours. You're afraid to face that, because it makes you feel unworthy. But you never made it a habit to prove anything different. Everything was towards that Zog because it's a Zog of inadequacies. You're insufficient. You don't make the cut. I bet you don't even know. You're not even an athlete. You're so dormant. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Thanks for joining in on these different channels. Make this quite short. I don't want it to go longer than it should. But I just want to give a quick shout out to those who joined. Thanks for joining. And remember, man, pay homage. The way you pay homage, right, is by showing some appreciation for the one who shed some light. You know, that's like paying your tithes. You go to church, right? You gotta put something in the basket. You just gotta do that. But with me, you know, in any shape, form, or fashion, and pay homage. Cause remember, you believe in something below me, like inferior. You believe in the Zog inferior, and I don't even want to say the name of your Zog because it reduces the speech of the vocal cords of my expression just by introducing the polarity and dualistic essence of what your Lucifer is made up of, you know. And you know, sometimes people need reminding. And so yeah, you gotta pay your tithes. I'm gonna try to increase these things, but on my timing, you know, because I just suggest you keep spreading the word and getting people to subscribe to my channel, because like I said, you drink off of my cup, you'll never thirst again. But if you drink out of the cup of all these other artists and people you think are good, you're gonna always thirst. You're always gonna be like, you know, let me get more, let me get more. And it's just treating you. It's just treating you and not curing you. You want to get cured from your disease and not get treated, so you could be like, oh, I gotta go back and get that pill so I could feel good again, you know. Rather than doing that and just getting the cure where you don't have to go back every month or so to get that pill, you know, so you could feel good. You know, check me out and subscribe to my channel. Follow, share, and if you quote me, just remember where you got it from. You know what I mean? Just be like, yo, you know, you got it from LZ13 or my Lord 13. It's more like respect, you know, the Christ in me, the only one Zog, not the ones that are inferior to yours. But you would have to denounce your weak ass belief in your inferior Zog that most of you Islams and Muslim people believe in, and you would have to say my Zog's name, which is more aligned with the real Zog, you know, and survived for thousands of years. This is nothing new. Only new thing about it is the new model and the vernacular that comes from his dialectic vocal cords. So yeah. pay your homage, man, and stay tuned for another episode. I just had to say my piece real quick. You already know. Also, let's build the pyramid in America. You already know. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time. That with all of that.